Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. My name's Sam and I'm one of the co-founders of Blunge. So today I thought I'd make a video showing you some of the tips and tricks that you may not know off the cuff on how to use Blunge and get the most out of your experience. So tip number one is generating multiple variations. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to choose a brand kit that I've already set up. So it's a brand called Poppy, really cool. You can see that they've got some drink flavors. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to select that brand kit, and I want to come up with a couple of new drink flavors. So I'm going to type in, help me come up with 5 new ideas for drink flavors. The cool thing here we can see the agent doing is actually searching the web to see what flavors that they actually have at the moment to make sure we don't double up on one that already exists. So I can see I've got 5 new flavors. And the feature I want to show you guys is that you can actually generate all of these variations at the same time. So I'm going to tell the agent to go ahead and generate Instagram posts announcing these 5 new flavors. I'll just tell it 5 separate posts. Great. So it's going to ask us some questions to align in the design. We'll go for 5. Cool. So as you can see, the agent is kicked off and it's actually generating all 5 of those flavors. So instead of having to do work one by one, we can actually do bulk generations with the agent, which really speeds up our work. Okay, these look fantastic. Just to scroll along, yeah, really cool. Got the guava, blue raspberry, and the peach hibiscus flavors. So yeah, it's a good tip you should definitely follow. Awesome. So the next tip I want to show you is how on Blunge you can actually queue messages. So you don't have to wait for the previous generation to finish to queue more work. So I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to go into the image gen mode and I'm going to choose a style. So why don't we go with a really cool style called Play-Doh. So I'm going to tell it to generate a duck. And while that's generating, as I mentioned, we can actually queue more work. So I'll go generate a goose. And what that's going to do is going to put it into the queued prompts, and we can edit that and we can delete the queued prompt as well. So that's really good if you want to rapidly fire off a couple of generations and you don't have to wait around for the previous generation to finish. So you can see as soon as that duck finished, the goose prompt has gone ahead and generated as well. So that duck looks really cool, and keen to see what the goose comes out with as well. Awesome. Cool. So another really cool feature and tip that I'm going to show you is actually asking the agent for feedback. So you can see here I've used a prompt, generate a poster for Shakespeare rendition of Romeo and Juliet this weekend. So we've sent that off, answered a few questions, and we've got back this generation, which looks pretty good, has some placeholder text as well. But one of the really cool capabilities of the agent is it actually has an opinion, and a really good opinion. So I'm going to ask the agent, what do you think of the design? How could we improve it? Cool. So it's come up with some really good suggestions, like fixing the text accuracy, improving the placeholder area, reducing visual clutter, and adding date clarity and breathing room as well. So I'm going to say, go ahead and implement these improvements. Okay, great. So now we've got the updated poster. And as you can see, it's made those changes as suggested. So it's given the title area a bit more breathing room. It's updated the placeholder text and also added a real date in there. So definitely a tip to give a try out because it'll really help to improve the quality of the output. Great. So the next tip I want to show you is a really cool new feature we've implemented called Layerise Text. What it allows you to do is to actually split the text into a separate layer, which is fully editable. So you can see here I've made a really simple 50% off this weekend design, and I'm going to hit this button, Layerise Text. As I mentioned, what that's going to do is split the text into a separate layer and allow me to click into it and edit it. Cool, so that's just finished. And as you can see here, this text is fully editable. So I can add, I can delete. And this makes a huge difference for being able to elevate your designs and give you a lot more control. So the next really cool feature I want to show you guys is the ability to turn these static posts into an actual video. So here are some ones that we made previously. What I'm going to do is switch to our video gen mode, and I'm going to click on one of these assets to select it as a start frame. What I'm going to say is, can you turn this into an ads-like video? Awesome. So the video's just finished, and let's see what we've got. Very cool. So as you can see, even really minimal guidance, I've gotten something which is really, really cool and good to ship to somewhere like Instagram. Great. So the next feature I want to show you is the ability to download assets as an SVG file. So we've got an asset here, and I can just click the download button. And you can see by default, it's in PNG. All I have to do is click this SVG button, and we get a fully scalable vector graphic, which we can expand to any resolution, and we won't lose any of the quality. So super powerful feature. The next feature I want to show you is how you can combine the image gen modes and the agent to first generate hero graphics and then turn them into full designs. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select a style called Ziggle, which I've been a big fan of recently. So that's down here. And what I'm going to generate is a can of corn kernels. Fantastic. So what I can now do is switch to the agent mode, and I can select this asset, and I can tell it, turn this into an Instagram post advertising the launch of this corn product in stores near you next week. Okay, let's go 4 to 5 portrait launch post. Okay, fantastic. Oh, it looks really cool. And you can see here how we converted the asset that we originally made into a full post, which is good to ship. Great. The next feature I want to show you is how to share your sessions and set up an organization so you can work with your whole team in Blunge. Firstly, if I just want to share the session, I can click the share button up here, and then I can either put in the email addresses of my coworkers or create shareable links. When they click that link and come to the session, you'll see their cursor move around the screen, and they'll be able to interact with the agent in real time along with you. Separately, if you want your whole team to come onto Blunge and share all of your sessions and credits, we can hit the org button. Then we come to this page where you can see the org that I've already set up called test. You can see I'm the owner, I've got others. And up the top here, we can actually set up new orgs as well. And the way this works is that anyone in my org, while they have my org selected, are going to share and use my credits. At any time, I can swap what organization I'm in by just clicking this drop down as well. Great. So the next feature I want to show you now is how to use templates. Templates are a really cool feature. You can access them by hitting this button here. And the way you can use templates is to browse any pre-existing ones. And once you've found one you like, you can either use the prompt, which will allow you to edit any part of the prompt to edit the output to something like, or use the template as a reference, which is what I'm going to do here. So I like this design. I'm also going to select the corn that we generated before, and I'm going to say use the corn can and apply it to the selected template, advertising the corn coming to stores near you next week. So we'll send that off now. Okay, fantastic. So you can see how the template really mirrors that style that we had from the one we originally selected. So very cool, very powerful feature.